Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining our WNCT Now digital news update. I'm Kelsey O'Donnell, live from our WNCT Now digital studio. Just within the past half hour, Governor Roy Cooper announced he is extending phase 2 of the North Carolina state reopening for another 3 weeks. Now, this will directly impact schools across the state of North Carolina, specifically here in the East, as they are set to move into Plan B of their learning process. Take a listen to the latest details.
Today we announced that North Carolina schools will be open for both in-person and remote learning with key safety precautions to protect the health of our students, teachers, staff, and families. This is the Plan B that we ask schools to prepare. It's a measured, balanced approach that will allow children to attend but provide important safety protocols like fewer children in the classroom, social distancing, face coverings, cleaning, and more. As a part of this plan, we want local school districts to provide for remote learning options for any child who chooses it. In addition, school districts will have the option of Plan C, all remote learning, if that's best for them. So, face coverings will be required for every teacher, staff, and student from kindergarten through high school. The studies have shown overwhelmingly that face coverings reduce disease transmission. To help, the state will be providing at least 5 reusable face coverings for every student, teacher, and staff member. And we've already delivered a 2-month supply of thermometers and medical grade equipment for school nurses. Schools will be required to limit the total number of people in the building so that 6 feet of distancing is possible, for example, when students are seated or in a line. Districts and schools can use a plan that works for them, whether it's alternating days or weeks or some other strategy. Symptom screenings, including temperature checks, will take place daily before children enter the school buildings. Schools must create a way to isolate students who have symptoms to ensure that they can get home safely. Schedules must allow time for frequent hand washing, and schools will regularly clean classrooms, bathrooms, buses, and equipment. Teachers will work to limit sharing of personal items and classroom materials. Non-essential visitors and activities involving outside organizations will be limited.
Now, again, that was Governor Roy Cooper with an update on North Carolina schools and the future for this fall. Let's take a look at some of the coronavirus numbers today on Tuesday. State health leaders report more than 89,000 people have tested positive for the virus. That's nearly 2,000 new cases just today. More than 1,500 deaths have been reported, and currently 1,100 people are in the hospital, the most since this pandemic began. Now, on a positive note, more than 67,000 people have recovered from the virus. Now, we are continuing to track some crime across the East right here, specifically in Greenville and in the city of Washington. We'll have those details just after this short break.
WNCT 9 on your side is hitting the road.
Living Local is back and coming to a town near you.
We're Living Local on WNCT 9 on your side.
9 on your side reporters are all across the East and in your neighborhood.
In Tarboro,
in Kinston,
in Greenville,
at Atlantic Beach,
covering local stories that impact you.
The groundbreaking ceremony is the beginning of construction for Morehead City's 4th City Hall.
People from all over the state of North Carolina gathered at the Sycamore Hill Missionary Baptist Church.
Historic Turnage Theater in Washington helps the community celebrate art and culture.
See their original reporting weekdays on 9 on your side news.
All right, welcome everyone. If you are just now joining, my name is Kelsey O'Donnell, broadcasting live from inside of our WNCT Now digital studio, providing you guys a news update in between our newscasts. Now, like I said earlier, we are continuing to track crime across the East. Let's take a look at this right here out of Washington. A man is charged with assault with a deadly weapon and intent to kill. It stems from an incident back on July 6th. Police in Washington responded to the 900 block of Respite Street for a reported attempted robbery. One victim was shot and another suspect was injured. After an investigation, 28-year-old Christopher Freeman, the man pictured on the screen right here, was taken into custody and is being held on a $260,000 bond. Meanwhile, the SBI has been called in after a deadly shooting in Snow Hill. It happened Sunday night on West Harper Street. That's where police say 27-year-old Dominique Kopech was shot and killed. 2 others were injured. So far, no arrests have been made. In Greenville, police make an arrest on a suspicious weekend death. 41-year-old Roland Barrett is charged with the murder of 70-year-old Leonard Shackelford Sr. On Saturday, Greenville Fire and Rescue got a call about a gas leak on the 500 block of Roundtree Drive. An investigation led to Shackelford's body. Right now, they are still waiting to learn his official cause of death. Also in Pitt County, the Behavioral Health Treatment Court Team and Advisory Board will hold its first court session this week. The effort combines court supervision with mental health treatment. Workers from the criminal justice system and mental health treatment agencies are to take part in the cases. It's meant to ensure people receive the proper treatment and services as they transition back into the community. Save at WNCT on air and online for the latest updates. This will just about wrap up our WNCT Now digital news update. We thank you so much for tuning in. Stick around for our news coming up at 5.